Okay guys, so another branded Chimera deck profile for you. Welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you are new, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. We're so close to 1k. Obviously I'm not monetized, can't be monetized till 1k. I'd probably still wait till like maybe 2.5 or something like that, but yeah. So yeah, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to do it before March. I know it's unrealistic, but yeah, I would love to do it. But yeah, let's get straight on into it, because not a lot has changed, but obviously as you saw from the thumbnail, I am playing the Horus stuff, and yeah, let's talk about it. So obviously we'll whiz through some of the normal choices, which are obviously the 3 Cottle, the 3 Sword Knight, 3 Gazelle, 2 Baphomet. I need to put a little bit on. Yeah, those, and then the 1 Master Tau. So obviously, this is like quite the standard build at the moment until the new card is released, which I'll put up on the screen now. Until that card is released, I think it's like a candle. It looks like a candle or something. I think this is the standard, but then again, after that, I think it's just the candle. Obviously, it's the sneak peek for Phantom Nightmare when I'm recording this to now. I'm not sure when this is going to go up. I'm not sure what I have scheduled, but yeah, this is it. Don't really change. I have considered playing 3 Baphomet, but I think you just have to be smart with how you look after your resources, to be honest. Yeah, not much to say. And obviously, one of the most expensive engines currently in the game, the Horus stuff. So obviously these 50, 60 pounds each, which is bonkers. These are obviously not. And then obviously the gold sarks are not. So realistically, you could play this if you wanted to. You could play the other Horus card, play 3 gold sark, maybe like play 2 Doomfat because it's a beast, obviously 1 happy and 1 of the other ones. You just wouldn't get the search and the summon, but you can still play the rank 8 stuff. But yeah, obviously you want to play him Seti because it's a discard. It's not, I don't know, it's like a +2 really, because obviously you send this and another card in your hand to the graveyard. And then you get to draw a card and add gold sarcophagus, so you've not minused at all, but this is going to get a free summon when sarcophagus is on the field. So yeah, pretty wild. Obviously what these cards do, obviously like I just mentioned, that discards itself and another card from your hand to be able to search King's sarcophagus, and you get to draw a card, and then when it's on the field and a card you control leaves the field by your opponent's card effect, then this can send the card on the field. Doomfat can draw cards when something leaves the field. Happy lets you bounce cards from your field and stuff like that to your hand or to theirs, so it's a good way for outs. And then gold sarcophagus, obviously Horus monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects that do not target them, which is cool. You can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, then send a Horus monster. That's why Justin Seti gets you a rank 8, which is really cool. And then the last effect is once per turn, at the start of the damage step, if your Horus monster battles an opponent's monster, you can send that monster, your opponent's monster, to the graveyard. So if they attack your Horus monster, you can send it. If you attack theirs, you can send it. So really, really cool. Yeah, that is the new engine that everyone's playing at the moment. 2 Albaz, because I am still playing Branded Fusion, just because you basically just play more engine now, and I just played a little bit less hand traps. Then obviously, as just mentioned, hand traps. 3 Ash, 2 Fenrir, 2 Droll, 1 Veiler, and 2 Imperm. So the reason why I played these ratios was because obviously 3 Ash is quite a good generic one, and then I just didn't want to go over too many cards, so I just played the 2 Fenrir, the 2 Droll, and the 2 Imperm, and then the 1 Veiler. It would have been 3 Imperms, but I thought I don't want to lose to that random person that just plays Veiler as well, so I just played the 1 for crossouts. So obviously this kind of fits in, crossouts and called by, they all kind of go hand in hand, because there's no point playing these if you don't play all these. It's obviously really good in mirror matches. I ain't played a mirror match in a while, but cross out, call your own cards is pretty funny. But yeah, Droll is obviously really good at the moment. I would love to have this at 3, but obviously there's not room. But yeah, that's it for the hand traps for those. Then we've obviously got, for the fusions, not much more now. So for the fusions, we've obviously got 3 Chimera fusion, we're playing 3 branded fusion, and we're obviously playing 3 super poly because this card's broken, this card's broken, and this card's really good. So this card's obviously broken just because this is a 1 card combo and you end with an extra interruption on your field. Potentially an extra 2 interruptions because you could use the negate, fuse it away, and then banish it to summon Albaz, which is another interruption. Super poly obviously is just, it shouldn't even be in the game, like realistically. I'm just gonna fuse with your field and you can't do anything about it. That is just wild that they printed this card. But yeah, in Chimera Fusion obviously, I think I'll always play 3 just because it's so important. When you open it, you get to play around things like Imperm and Veiler and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's super important. Then we're obviously playing 2 Chimera. One of the new one, the Baphomet, which is really cool because this sends a beast, so you can actually, oh shit, so you can actually in some hands send Dumatef because it's a beast. So you can actually send this, so you could actually end with 3, you can actually make a rank 8 and end with this on the field, so you can draw cards on your opponent's turn. So yeah, really cool. And Chimera, it's always going to be 1. I know some people play 1 Chimera, but I like to just play 2. Yeah. And then the last Chimera card, basically, let me move these up. The last Chimera card is Guardian Chimera. I just played 1 just because the same sort of thing in branded. When I use 1, next turn you normally are winning. So unless you're playing against Cash and they're going to banish it with Unicorn, which would be kind of shitty. I only really ever need 1. I never really make a second one. I don't remember any duels where I've had to make a second one. The other one just sits in there. So I decided to take it out to fit more cards, other cards in. And then obviously for the branded, so we've got 1 Rindabrum, which is the 1 card combo, 1 Lubellion because you can make any other fusion because this is level 8 or higher monsters. So yeah, so the only one you can't make is Baphomet and Chimera you can actually make. Oh no, wait, this one is... Oh, sorry, this one's level 8 or lower, my bad. Level 8 or lower, so you can actually make all of your Chimera illusions. This is Albion that's higher, my mistake. So yeah, so you can actually make all of your fusions, which is cool. Well, Mirror Jade obviously comes up sometimes. This is a really good card against some decks, and obviously it doesn't target, so this is how you get around things like Dragoon and stuff. And then obviously the super poly targets, Mud Dragon Grua and Dragostapelia. Sometimes this can just be made just with Chimera Fusion, just as like a form of interruption, which is really cool. I actually took out, what's it called? What's the fusion called? I literally just... the new one that we normally make that is a Banish Pop or like a Shuffle Back Draw. That card, I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, we took that out just because, yeah, just obviously playing the Horus stuff, you don't have as much room for fusions now. So we played obviously other cards. So I chose to play Hope Harbinger just because it's a spell trap negate. I played 1 Sanafond, the Sky Prison, just because obviously a lot of stuff summons from the grave, so I just wanted to shut that off. And then Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. This is obviously a really expensive card at the moment. It is being reprinted soon, but yeah, I just had to get 1 just because if you want to try to stay like at least semi-competitive, I'm not the most competitive player, but if you want to try and stay semi-competitive, then unfortunately you have to play 1. And then yeah, one of the really expensive cards, SP Little Knight. I rarely made this. It's probably going to come out. I just rarely made it. There was a lot of times actually I'd rather end with Sanafond. Sanafond? What am I talking about? Sky Crisis, Typhon. I'd rather make Typhon because I do my normal stuff and then this is kind of like at the end. So yeah, maybe later on this will be better when we get the new Illusion Girls that come out. The one that like stops you from setting spells, traps, and the one that's a searcher. You can special summon it from discarding the card in your hand and then you get to add 1. Then obviously you have more ways to summon, so Little Knight will probably be way better then, but this I would probably take out for a Typhon. And yeah, just a quick update on those. Obviously it's not much, like this is feeling like a branded deck now where everyone pretty much plays the same sort of cards, so don't really, no deck profile really looks different. No one's like, some people have a little cheeky text, like I saw one with Farther in it. There was like a nice little tech where you can banish a card, I think it was. But yeah, obviously things will change soon when we get a few more illusion monsters. There's been quite a few announced. Some are good, some are bad. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And if you're not, please hit the like button. Much appreciated. Let's get to 1,000 subs by March. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.